Boy stops to hug stray dogs when he thinks that no one's watching. Boy hugs puppies. Need more information? Well then, puppies are great, but you already knew this. Kids are great? That's a bit more debatable, but some children are quite alright, especially if they don't spend their time screeching or destroying things, but rather showing us that there is goodness in this world through random acts of empathy. But let me ask you this, when's the last time you hugged a random animal just chilling on the sidewalk, especially two large dogs? It's been a while, hasn't it? I personally would be too scared to do so, just walking away quickly without being too suspicious or worthy of their attention. But a little boy was brave enough to go up to them not once but twice and give them lots of hugs and love. Let's get into this wholesomeness. A video has blessed the internet showing a little boy hugging and petting two stray dogs on the sidewalk. One day in Grozny, Chechnya, a boy named Ibrahim made the world a little bit brighter, showing us how unconditional a child's love can be. In a video posted by a neighbor from a nearby residential building, the boy is seen warmly hugging and petting a pair of stray dogs on the sidewalk. Apparently, he was heading off to school when he spotted the pair of pups chilling about. He could have just kept on walking, but instead he decided to say hello in the most loving way possible. In the video, he seems to be taking his sweet time with the puppers, but decides it's time to get going. The boy was on his way to school when he saw the two pups and couldn't resist showing them love. He goes to leave but turns back and rushes right back to the dogs for a second round of love-giving. He takes a few steps forward but soon turns back around. Standing still for a second in contemplation, he couldn't help the pull from the dogs any longer and rushed straight back to them, hugging and caressing the four-legged friends. The video went viral, touching people's hearts, the boy receiving praise from strangers and friends alike. Katerina, a friend of the family, told the dodo that the video was a good reflection of the boy's true spirit, his selflessness and generosity. She continued to say that the boy often goes to school with her daughter and helps carry her bags, finishing her statement with, "He's a very kind boy." The video has touched the hearts of many, and it's hard not to rejoice at the empathy and compassion shown. The boy's name is Ibrahim, and according to family friends, he's the kindest boy, and yet the caption of the video highlights our seemingly misplaced fear of dogs. The caption of the video that was shared highlighted an issue, the cruelty and indifference homeless animals face because of people's fear of them. The caption, translated with Google Translate, asks, "Why are your children afraid of dogs? We exclude cases of any tragic events connected with dogs. Children aren't afraid of dogs because of the adults next to them who instill fear, hatred, and aggression in children." Whereas the statement is a bit harsh, I recall my own mother telling me that I should beware of dogs as their behavior couldn't be predicted. And with limited news surrounding dogs other than those sporadic attacks, it's difficult not to begin fearing the companion animals. It's taken me a while to be more comfortable with larger dogs, although warning bells do sound off in my mind when they're nearby. Dog phobia is incredibly common even when people haven't been directly harmed, often starting in childhood. According to Lisa Fritscher, cynophobia, or fear of dogs, is extremely common. Although snake and spider phobias are even more prevalent, the average person is far more likely to encounter dogs in daily life. It's most commonly caused by a negative experience with a dog, especially in childhood. But it's not limited to horrid or vicious attacks. An overexcited puppy could have jumped, bitten at, or growled at the person, causing them a feeling of distress. Considering the fact that many parents warn children about approaching strange dogs, and for good measure, a child's imagination combined with a lack of understanding of dog behavior could lead to a full-blown phobia of dogs. Although cynophobia can be serious, it's extremely treatable, either with a bit of work with a professional or through more usual and positive interactions with pups of all shapes and sizes. Yet Ibrahim seems to approach all animals with love and compassion, so what's the secret? Parents build the foundations of how their kids will act with animals, and we can commend the boy's family for doing a great job. Although parents might want to protect their children from unforeseen dangers, they shouldn't forget that dogs are also friends. Look, I'm no developmental or medical expert on this, but telling kids not to kiss, poke, jump on, or lick any animal should be good enough. Also, wash their hands after any contact. Gentleness and carefulness go a long way, and according to research, animals can teach kids a lot about empathy and responsibility. According to the National Institute of Health, pets can help decrease stress and can even help children develop social and emotional skills. From reducing stress and feelings of loneliness to building a compassionate understanding of another's needs, especially when they cannot be verbalized, these are a few of the benefits of children interacting with animals or growing up with pets. Of course, many of these have to be taught, so the parent's role can't be underestimated. They are the ones that form the foundations of interaction with animals, encouraging one type of behavior whilst diminishing the other. And yes, some parents go a bit overboard when trying to protect their children, but can you really blame them? Animals can bring a lot of love into our world, and we can also bring a lot of joy into theirs. One initiative calls for children to read to pets at shelters, as the kids can develop their skills without judgment and also provide company to the animals. There are a few initiatives that encourage spending time with animals by having children read to them, such as Jacksonville's Humane Society Positive Reading, a program designed to teach children how to read by doing it in front of four-legged friends. They state that just listening to a person reading out loud has been proven to lower stress levels in animals. How fascinating is that? Considering the amazing abilities of animals to sense changes in people, I guess it shouldn't be that surprising that as the child gets relaxed whilst reading, the pet follows suit. Wag Walking noted the many changes in dog behavior relating to their owner's mood. When your body language or tone of voice changes, you might notice that your dog's attitude changes too. Animals can sense good and bad intentions, sometimes noticing little things we wouldn't, and Ibrahim was clearly no threat. But it goes beyond that, as pups can sense whether you're a good or bad person. Dogs notice specific things about humans that even we might not be aware of, such as a person looking away during a conversation, tensed muscles, sweating, and more. Pups use their keen sense of smell and great ability to read body language in order to help them decide how to react to people. The wholesome moment captured reminds us of the unconditional love kids possess when they're not riddled with fear. So to relate all that information to the story at present, both the stray pups and the child had gained a sense of comfort from one another, neither of them seeing the other as a threat. Whether that be from the good nature of the boy or the skills his parents have taught him relating to animals, one thing's for certain, it is hecking wholesome. Let us know what you thought of the story and whether you'll be off to offer hugs to every puppy you see. Have a great day.